Yes, indeed.
Appreciate you. I got a little Charlie Chaplin going. Why do you think I grew out the mustache? You know? Man, oh man. Let's see what we got going on today. It is Thursday.
It is Thursday.
Conlan's been awake for probably 24 hours now.
No.
What is your sleep schedule like?
I went. So yesterday, I got off the show with Dog yesterday morning around 5. After our sleeping and top loading, making everybody sure everybody was nice and ready to go, packed up. Holiday cards coming in. You know, gotta make sure everybody get their goodies, right? So got home around 5:30 or so. Fell asleep by 6 a.m. yesterday. 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Stop. Sandwich break. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 1 p.m. to about 5:30 or so. Woke up around 5:30, 6 p.m. last night. Got a new iPhone, iPhone 16 Pro right there. Look at that, baby. I can see myself in 4K now.
That's actually pretty cool.
I don't want to. I prefer being blurry. So now, it is. Then last night I went to bed probably like 9:30. Woke up at 1:30 after the show was over, and then been up since 1:30. So
there you go.
Yeah,
up
it feels
since
good.
1:30. Yeah. Just normal things right here.
That's the life of a breaker.
I guess so, man. I guess so. Whatever you want to call it. You hit anything big with Big Dog the other night? I mean, anything
me and
crazy
Big Dog
going on
the other
lately?
night had Ellie De La Cruz to 299. We had Paul Skeens to 150. Yeah, me and Dog were doing me and Dog things. I have to say, there is no infectious energy like Big Dog energy. So I BDE, as the kids would call it.
That's what they call it. BDE.
That's
what it means. Big Dog energy.
Yes, indeed.
Hey guys, if you want to see some of those hits, you can check us out on our Instagram, Suncoast Sports. We're getting all those hits up for your viewing pleasure.
Yes.
Because I know it's pretty fun to see some of these big hits. Nevertheless, Conlan, good to be back on the desk with you. So what we got going on today, obviously, December 19th, Thursday, it is Triple Threads release day. We will be doing a checklist breakdown of that, kind of giving you some of the specifics. It's been a 2-year hiatus since we've last seen Triple Threads.
Yes.
So later on in the show, we're going to be doing
Triple
that.
Threads is working on themselves during that time.
Yeah, there you go. It had to do some self-reflection and figure out how it could improve.
Right.
We're going to be giving away a Topps Holiday Mega around 8 in the morning. We got college football playoff, the new format starting tomorrow night. We're going to do a full breakdown on that.
Oh, can't wait.
We had a kid had a PlayStation 5 stolen from him.
No.
We've had
enough theft on the show.
We've had a radio show host and a D1 basketball coach get absolutely embarrassed.
Yes.
I want to get your take on some of these Yankees trades.
Okay.
We had a star deny a trade yesterday in the MLB. And of course, I don't know, there's just always some silliness going on with me and Conlan. But let's start here with what we'll call see a gritty. Get it out of the way, baby. Just get it out of the way here because, the NFL thought they were doing us a favor. They flexed out a game. I can't remember the original game that was flexed out tonight.
I believe the Jets were in some...
Jets?
Yeah,
I can believe it.
Yeah, I believe the Jets were somewhere down the line here. Like I said, the Jets opened the season with the most primetime games. I don't think they'll finish the season with the most primetime games. I know that Colts-Jets game was originally supposed to be a primetime Sunday night game about a month ago.
Got it.
Thank God they didn't. But yes, if I were to guess, the Jets would be involved somehow.
So we got the Thursday night football game tonight, Broncos versus Chargers, and two things. One, this game was originally supposed to be on Sunday.
Yep.
What about people who have planned their lives around, the 5 people who planned their life around going to this Broncos-Chargers game on Sunday, and now they can't make it because it's Thursday night? That, to me, is crazy that the NFL is just able to do that nowadays.
To flex games, you mean on the day itself?
Dude, that's a 4-day difference.
No, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So is it okay if it's like 1 to 8:20?
Even that rubs me the wrong way, to
For
be
you,
honest with you.
that would throw you off completely.
I know someone who, actually, there was an Eagles-Seahawks game that was a 4 o'clock game last year.
Yeah.
They flexed to 8, and they, couldn't go anymore. They literally had tickets, could not go. So, that's screwed up, man.
Yeah.
But... yeah, no, I hate all this flexing.
No flexing.
No flexing. The only time it's okay is Sunday when it's the playoffs are on and you buy tickets to the Sunday, the Week 18 I meant.
Okay.
The Week 18 Sunday games where you're buying tickets to that game.
Okay.
With the risk it could get flexed because of playoff reasons.
Yeah, okay.
Other than that, it should never be done.
Never be flexed.
These people have families.
These are playoff implication games, though. Just because it's not Week 18 yet doesn't mean they're more on the line.
It's a Thursday night football game, right? And ratings have been terrible, deservedly so. People are going to watch it, whether it's Texans, Jets, like that Halloween game. But Broncos, Chargers, to me, this is a horrible football game.
Do you know the number that Amazon gave the NFL for the Thursday night slot?
I do not. Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head, and I wish I did because I'd throw it at the face of Jeff Bezos. Now, again, I know I very much doubt the NFL will backtrack at all of the amount of football they're pushing out. Would it be better off for the NFL to do away with Thursday Night Football or Monday? I don't think they'll ever do away with Monday Night Football.
Not Monday Night Football.
Do we just take Thursday night off the table? Because honestly, it's been terrible. It's been bad for a while.
Here's the difference, though, Connie.
Do we do it like the London games? We do it 4 times a year.
First of all, I hate the London games.
I hate
Take
the London
games
too.
out. I would keep Thursday Night Football games because here's the deal. As much as it's terrible, as much as I might not bet it, still gonna have it on tonight.
Are you? Okay.
Like what's it competing against?
No,
I guess
nothing.
is really the thing. Like,
That's fair.
Are you gonna watch the Sam Houston College Football Bowl game tonight at the same time?
Yeah, maybe.
I
My bookie
just-
would like me to.
There you go, the old TP.
The old TV.
I don't know. I'm gonna watch it. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a 9-5 team. It's 2 playoff teams going against each other. It's just so boring. We're gonna break this matchup down to start the show. It's actually I spent too much time looking at some of these numbers yesterday because I do think there's some actually crazy stuff. Craziest thing about this week of NFL football, though, is we could see something that has never happened in the NFL merger here.
Wow.
If these results occur starting tonight in Week 16, if the Chargers beat the Broncos tonight, if the Titans beat the Colts on Sunday, if the 49ers beat the Dolphins, and the Browns beat the Bengals, we will have all 7 playoff teams determined in the AFC.
Wow.
There will be no new teams in the AFC playoffs. But 2 weeks ago, this has never, either conference, no conference has ever had all playoff teams locked into their spots.
Talk about
2
tanking
weeks to play.
ratings.
What's that?
Talk
Tanking
about tanking the ratings. Oh my
it's
goodness.
true, man. I mean, it's not been a bad football season, I don't think.
No.
Like, I think every year, we're honest with ourselves. But it is odd to me that you have such little wiggle room with this amount of time, and it starts tonight with a Chargers win against the Broncos.
And so how many things need to happen? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Browns beating the Bengals. It's just any of these teams that are on the cusp in the AFC. If they all lose, so the Colts, I want to say 6-8.
Okay.
Dolphins 6-8. Bengals 6-8.
Yep,
if all the 6-8 teams lose tonight, and the Chargers lose this weekend, and the Chargers win tonight, we will see something that's never happened before.
Never before
in
seen.
NFL history. Here's my question to you, Connie. We do all this to say, do you have any excitement to watch the game tonight?
0. Again, I'm working. Dog and Connie back on tonight, 5 p.m. We got Triple Threads hopefully coming in the building very soon this morning. Hopefully they don't rip through it all today. I'm gonna tell them pace themselves, all right?
Oh boy,
pace themselves this morning. But who knows?
You can blow through it quickly.
Yeah, hot product. So we'll see. There's also now I took a gainer at the college basketball slate because it was a good one last night.
Oh yeah,
it is not great today.
No, it's not, man.
So again, like you said, I'll still have the game on probably,
There you go.
but it won't be something I'm going to be paying close attention to.
I understand. Now, it's funny because we spoke something into existence this week with the Michael Penix and the Falcons.
Correct.
We were talking about getting in those prism spots.
Yes.
Now, I remember, doing this for the last few years, Justin Herbert has been one of these names that people go feral over.
Yes.
With his cards. And for me, I'm like, look, I think he's a good quarterback. Mm-hmm. But what are we doing here? Some of these comps, some of these numbers are thrown like $25,000 for. I remember one of the biggest cards I ever pulled was like this tie-dye out of Select rookie card for Herbert. And I'm like, look, I think he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't really get it. Now, the same thing could be said about Bo Nix. Now, I don't think you're seeing the same explosion in the card market.
No, not nearly the same.
But I would ask you this, right? Both of these guys, I think, are having similar career arcs. Now, smaller sample size with Bo Nix. If you had to go on the record today and tether yourself to the quarterback and coach duo, take everything else out of it between the defense, the weapons, just, Bo Nix and Sean Payton or Justin Herbert and John Harbaugh, right? I can never get Jim or John Harbaugh right. I always screw those two up.
No, it's Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh and
John's in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Jeez. So here's the deal. Peyton over Harbaugh coaching-wise, Herbert over Nix ability-wise. And I think at the end of the day, I've tossed this question around back and forth. I walked in with a different answer. I'm gonna go Herbert because I do believe that, again, these physical tools are always going to be there for him. He's still young. I think Harbaugh's a good coach. I think they need to add more weapons and stuff, as do the Broncos. But I think at the end of the day, Herbert still has the bigger upside. I don't think any of them will be a perennial Pro Bowler by any means. Well, I shouldn't say all pro. All pro. Pro Bowler is a joke. So all pro is the correct definition right there. If you were to say in their lifetime, who's a better shot at winning a Super Bowl, I'll say it's Justin Herbert.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Sean Payton deserves some credit, but like, how quickly you forgot about 2 years of just stinking it up.
Yeah,
Both
yeah.
to finish his Saints career and now to start his Broncos career.
Right.
I think he's doing a fantastic job.
Right.
This is no doubter for me. I'm going to go Herbert and Harbaugh
Yep.
all day with this one. So now looking at tonight's game, Connie, sometimes this is how I decide games, and it might be a little too simple, but what is the best unit on the football field tonight between these two sides? Because I don't think it's either of the offenses.
No,
to
it's
be blunt
not.
with you.
It's not. The Chargers defense is okay. I don't know. I think the Broncos defense. I think the Broncos defense
I
is the best
agree.
unit.
Now, I will say this much, though. Looking at some of the numbers, right? Points per game can be fickle. You never
Right.
know, defense. Like, the reason I say points per game can be fickle is looking back at last Sunday's Broncos-Colts game where Bo Nix threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
And basically the Broncos were merchants of just terrible field position from the Colts. So I like to look at yards per game because
Right.
yards typically lead to scoring. Not
Yep.
to be, no genius to learn that one. So Denver in defense, 8th in opponent yards per game this season in 315, giving up 350 yards per game. The Chargers defense is ranked 15th in the NFL, but they're only giving up 336 yards per game.
Yep.
So while to me I see 8th and 15th, I feel like the Broncos are head and shoulders above. It's really a difference of 2 first downs per game.
Right.
So I'm not going to go absolutely bonkers on that, but I still will say the Broncos defense is better.
Yep.
Now I flip it over to the offenses in this one. The Chargers ranked 26th in offense, which is terrible. 302 yards per game. Denver 22nd with 311 yards per game. Once again, less than a total first down per game. Like, these are razor thin margins here. There is nothing I really take from that. I think these teams are extremely even. Let's break this down now. Let's look at it from a betting perspective.
Okay.
Spread's been moving around. I know this board said Broncos +3.
Yep.
When I put this together last night, the number was 2.5. Chargers were favorite. Found some crazy numbers just to show why you shouldn't give a rat's rear end about tonight's game tonight. Look, I'm going to watch it. I get it. Fantasy playoffs are going on. You listen to these numbers. Broncos have played 6 games this season against teams that are currently in playoff position. In those games, Broncos are 1-5. They have not done anything against teams with respect. In those games, they're averaging 15.3 points. That's not a lot of points.
That's not very many.
And in the 5 losses, they're being outscored by an average of 10.5 points.
Yep.
So it's not like these games have been close. Broncos are getting mollywopped in games against playoff opponents. Now you say, all right, Josh, how are the Chargers doing against playoff opponents? 1-5 against 6 playoff opponents. These are teams right now that are just beating up on bad teams and falling flat against good teams. Funny enough, the Chargers' one win against a team in a playoff position, the Denver Broncos.
Right.
There is not. This is empty calories, as my mom would call it.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
know,
for a football fan
for
again.
a football fan, this game is just empty calories. The one win, like I said, against the Broncos, 23-17. So Ben, can you put that meme up of tonight's matchup tonight? It is just the absolute classic to me. And Connie, you tell me if you agree with this one right here. Are we getting a Spider-Man meme matchup?
Oh, essentially,
between the Chargers and the Broncos.
Well, here's the thing. You know who this affects the most?
Yes.
Then this guy, again, a generational talent, going to go down as one of the greatest to ever do it. These games are slowly killing Al Michaels. Al Michaels is slowly withering away
You're right.
by
There
calling
you
these
go.
Thursday night football games.
This is tonight, man.
Yeah.
Chargers Broncos. You get 2 plucky head coaches who are big rah-rah guys that I respect. They try to mold this off of defense.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you get 2 boring ass offenses.
That's what I'm telling you. And thank God for Herbie trying to keep the life in the booth. Because
he's actually really great.
He is
dude.
very good. He's very, very good. He's one of my favorites to do it, not even just in the NFL, but obviously college as well.
Oh, yeah.
And big weekend in college. Well, like I said, we'll touch on that in a moment here. But you literally, yes, I think they're staring right across from each other. I don't even know. Is the rabid Charger fan, the Asian lady that is just a nut job? She might be the only.
I love her. Honestly.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you think she's a plant? Is she the Bobby Altoff of the NFL?
No, I don't think
No,
she
she's
is.
an
I
actual-
think she's genuinely a psycho because like she has an Instagram and like she's been supporting the team long before. I just can't understand like. You know, I wear Eagles gear like 3 out of the 5 days I come to work,
Yeah.
you know, the whole Philly thing. I have never once, you know, looked like it's like insane how much he's a fan of.
Yeah.
But no, as a Chargers fan, oh, Jahir, I know you're a Chargers fan. No one can stand her. But that's, I think she's genuine, but I understand as a Charger fan. I'd be like,
again,
lady, there's no way you could feel this passionate about this lame duck.
I say the same thing as like move from Texas to like, all right. Oh,
That's
Texas
some real
from
barbecue.
yeah, there it
There
is.
you go, baby.
I say the same thing about Fireman Ed as a Jet fan. I cannot stand Fireman Ed. Fireman Ed's a clown, an ass clown, if you will. Listen, when he quit on the Jets after the Rex Ryan years, and then again came back as like some just gonna come back and the team's gonna be uplifted by the spirit of Fireman Ed, waving that helmet around like an idiot.
Do you know where Fireman Ed lives?
No, but I tell you what, I would not let my kids trick or treat at Fireman Ed's house. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm just trying to think of what county in New Jersey Fireman Ed
for
resides
like Bergen
in,
somewhere, like in Bloomfield. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
He just screams like, all right, like what is Fireman? See, here's the thing I've been thinking about watching football games lately. This started watching an Eagles preseason game. 2 guys in a green man costume.
Yeah, Charlie Day.
Doing a dance. You know, it's the 4th quarter. They're losing by 30 points in a preseason game. And I think to myself now, these guys are going to go to like an accounting job on Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You ever find yourself thinking about that, watching these guys crushing beers and doing crazy
the people
stuff?
with the face paint.
Yeah,
like the face paint,
exactly.
like the David
It's
Putty.
like they gotta go into work on Monday,
you're like,
don't
you see
they?
Bob? Yeah. You watch the Bengal tiger paint off your face.
There you go. Like,
yeah.
what is this? What does this Superchargers fan do? Like, does she work at Enterprise on Monday?
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I mean?
like T-Mobile. Like, oh,
Exactly,
Christy's coming in late today.
It's like, oh, Christy's gonna be real tired tonight. You know what last night was?
Yep.
I wonder if the Chargers have to comp her, right?
You think so? That's
Something.
what like Fireman
She's
was
an
like
ambassador.
pissed that the Jets weren't comping his seats. I'm like, the team isn't winning, Fireman.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you want handouts?
Did you tell me out there in LA, they got those people, remember those smile people who would go to games
Oh my
and just get
God,
paid to do
yeah,
that?
yeah.
You better believe Christy's getting a little money. I like her
God,
name's
dude.
Christy now, by the way. It's a perfect name for her.
That's what some people. Jair says that's what some people in LA
Yes,
think.
no, that's what I mean. I mean, it is LA. I do think she's genuine, though. I'm sorry to break it to you, Jair. I think the genuine, they're like, oh, perfect. We're going to give her. It's like the Chick-fil-A commercials, the annoying boom, 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 boom. Where it's like, those people are really Chick-fil-A fans.
Yeah.
They're like, here you go.
Yeah.
Really hamming
When
up
I lost
that
my
day.
job, I went over there and got a hot honey sandwich from Chick-fil-A. I was
was
having a
on
rough day. Now I'm still homeless, but hey, Chick-fil-A's good.
They saw me on the edge, but then it was a little pimento cheese, and I took 5 steps back. You know, it's amazing. Thank you, Chick-fil-A. Anyways, back to this. This goes to show you how horrible this football game is tonight. I'm sorry, Jahir. I think you know it too.
She's a plant. That's what I'm saying. I'm with Jahir right here. I think she's a Bobby Altoff. I think she's an industry plant. I think
Sean Murphy Bunting.
Yes, Sean Murphy Bunting. Oh yeah. I can do an hour and a half on Bobby Altoff alone, but we won't do that today.
Wrong stream.
Yeah.
Got to do that on Talk Tua.
Talk to Ayo.
Anyways.
Another dirtbag. Talk to a chick.
Off the air for 2 weeks. I don't know if you've seen that.
No.
Shutting it down.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Yeah. We're off the rails,
Advertisers
man.
must be just in tears.
Jeez, oh Pete. All right, back to Amazon Prime Football. What we're really talking about here, baby. Broncos, Chargers. Who wins?
The country sets off.
Yeah, Hoff. They're gonna put her in the same cell with the old Luigi over there.
Luigi, her, and SBF. That would
Who's
be
the last guy?
SBF. Sam Bankman-Fried. No, FTX. Oh, come on, get up with the time.
Miami Heat arena guy.
Yes.
Get with the time. That was like a year and a half ago.
Get with the
man.
times,
Come
baby.
on now.
That's a dream rotation. I feel like as the kids would call it.
Give me a break. All right, who the hell's winning this game? Who the hell cares who's winning this game?
Yeah, let's just give a
Make
pick.
a pick.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers. No, I'll take the Broncos. I don't care. I can't even. I'm not even going to lie to our fans. Our fans, our avid listeners, our 17 heads in here.
That's a lot. Those are good
appreciate
numbers.
you guys
Good
get up.
morning,
So it's 7:36 in the morning.
I got another fun note for you to just go to show how much of a garbage this game is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jahir. You're catching a lot of strays. Chargers and their fake fan Christy have lost 10 consecutive games at home when they play a team with a winning record.
Oh my God.
These teams stink.
All right,
These teams stink, man.
So I officially do have Broncos 12-9 is off. I'll take the inverse. I'll say
Broncos 12-9. That's the kind of game. And then I was thinking about it. I came up with the score tonight. I was like, all right, it's gonna be 23-20. The over-under's 42.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't bet this game. Do not bet this game.
All right, I'm in TP.
All right, I got 3 bets tonight, and they're all hilarious. Ready?
Don't bet this game. I got 3.
Don't bet the spread or the total, but we can like I said, I have nothing to do tonight. The only thing that brings me joy is watching football.
Okay.
And baseball, whatever. I'm a loser. Justin Herbert to throw an interception at even odds. I believe he's only thrown 2 interceptions all season, but the Broncos are averaging 1 interception as a defense all season.
Yep.
I think these guys are going to be blanketed. You think Quentin Johnson's going to generate separation?
Dude,
you think you're going to put Surtain on Latin McConkey?
Yeah.
He's going to be locked up. Riley Moss is going to lock up, I don't know, friggin' Quentin Johnson. Herbert's going to have to force some throws, and an interception will happen tonight. And then, why not just take both kickers over on field goals tonight? I'm going to go Cameron Dicker over 1.5 field goals and Will Lutz over 1.5 field goals because, as Hoff said, he said 12-9. There we go, did you hear? They lose by a field goal or touchdown. It's going to be a field goal game, man. It's going to be like a 23-20, a 20-16.
What are the over-unders on the field goals?
They're juiced. Bad odds. They're like minus 140.
Oh.
Minus 140. So I might parlay them both together and just say, let's go kickers, baby.
Let's go.
This is going to suck. This is going to suck. You got anything tonight, or you're like,
I'm literally gonna bet the Broncos just because I said it. So I'm gonna go on the old TP.
I'll take Broncos or bust. If they're getting 3, especially, I'll take Broncos tonight. But I don't know, man. This stinks. This is lame. I wish we had some Gronk. Did you see
SD Greenlaw says I'm taking Broncos over Chargers. All right, so
there we go.
We got
one person fired up this morning.
Let's go. We got a little hop on the Bronco bus here.
I was thinking it, Hoff, but it was like plus 650 to me, which is just not
Broncos
enough.
defensive TD. Ooh.
It's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough. But it might happen.
Hold on. Let's now I'm starting to now the coffee's starting to hit.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna start doing something crazy. What about no touchdown scored?
I couldn't find. You can't bet that here. I tried. I looked for it.
Somebody find me the odds on no touchdown scored.
I was looking for that same thing yesterday. That's a great shout. Yeah. If anyone's got it pulled up, let us know what no touchdown scored
I'm
in.
I'm in.
I like that.
Free pirate spot. Right now, I'm just kidding. No.
By the way, pirate spot. I'm curious to see. Might not be that expensive. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, they did not. We'll tease that a little bit. Yeah, but Skeens. Ellie is gonna be the bigger chase in threads.
Oh yeah, man.
Ellie's gonna be the major
man.
chase in threads.
We'll get into that in just 1 second, guys. If you're just joining us, stick around. 8 a.m. We're gonna be giving away a Topps Holiday Mega Box. Now we're gonna do a little college football playoff power rankings, and then we'll lead into a triple threads preview later on. All right. So Connie, without automatic bids and such, right? Because it's so hard, looking at. There we go. This is the winning list.
It's the ticket.
It's so hard looking at trying to figure out the college football playoff bracket. It makes my head spin. So let's just take away all automatic bids. Let's go 12-1 each of us. Power ranking all the teams in the college football playoff. Chat, I invite you, please weigh in with us as well. I am so excited, man, for this college football playoff tomorrow night. I think tomorrow night's the most exciting game of the whole slate. But without
week
further
1
ado,
for sure.
Let's get into it. And before, I want you to go first because honestly, man, I don't even want to do 12, 11, 10. I think 12, 11, 10 all freaking stink. But you can start it off.
We're going 12 to... Are we? How do you want to do this? You want to alternate? You want to go 12-1?
Let's alternate. All right. What do you got? Number 12.
So at number 12, Clemson.
Yeah, me too.
Clemson got in. The only reason they got in for winning the ACC title game, as well as Cade Klubnik has played.
I don't think Cade Klubnik's that bad. But
no. But again, just the team as a whole.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that I think the Clemson Tigers do not deserve to be in this, but again, they win the game that they were meant to win or had to win. And now they're in. And you can really thank Syracuse. You can really thank Syracuse beating Miami.
Dude, this college
Clemson even
playoff
being there
would be so much better
with Miami.
In.
Yeah,
without a doubt. I don't care that they lost to Syracuse. I would be more excited. Clemson just stinks. You said it.
Yeah.
They have not beat anyone. Literally the entire season. Their one win was against SMU. In the final championship game. They lost to Louisville. Louisville is not that good. They started the season against UGA. They didn't score a touchdown. They lost 34-3. Why is this team in the college football playoff? It's terrible. Moving on.
Yes, moving on indeed. All right,
11.
11. Is that you?
11, I'll just go Arizona State. I'll be honest, I wasn't married to this. I think Arizona State also sucks. One reason they aren't last place is because they have Bo Scatabo, the People's running back.
Cam
Scatabo. Who's Bo Scatabo?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good name. And getting hot. They got hot late, right? They won these last 2 games. I'm looking at their schedule. It kind of aged like milk. All their big wins here against BYU, which looked impressive. BYU, I think, stinks. I'm looking over at this again. Like, they beat Utah, they beat Kansas, they beat UCF, they beat Texas State by 3. Like, I don't know. What do you got?
I tell you what. I'll tell you where I have Arizona State.
Where?
2. I have Arizona State. So let me rip my list off over here. So I got in this morning. I got in the lab a little bit.
What the hell?
And I was just like, dude, the more I talk about this Arizona State team, the more I'm like, I'm with it. All right, so I'm just going to read 12-1, and then you go 12-1. All right, so I got 11. I got Ohio State. I think Ryan Day is a dead man walking. I can't stand him, and I like to bet emotionally, not with my head. All right, can't stand Ryan Day. I can't stand Ohio State. Will Howard is a crumb, and this team is not very good. So we'll go there. We'll go Notre Dame next. I'm not huge on Marcus Freeman. I think he's a decent coach, but I am not. I think the Battle of the Hoosier State tomorrow goes to Indiana, Kurt Signetti. Give me SMU after Ohio State, so that's what, 12, 11, 10 was Ohio.
How on earth can you actually say SMU is better than Ohio State?
Oh, dude, because Kevin Jennings is legit. Then give me Tennessee. Then I'm going to go Boise State. I'll go Indiana, UGA, Penn State at 4, Texas at 3, Arizona State at 2, and Oregon at 1.
How do you have Arizona State at 2? Show your work.
They've won 6 straight. Cam Scatabo is the most electric. And again, after Genty, right? Because I do think the guy's just running hungry dogs run faster.
Sure.
They got nothing to lose. They weren't supposed to be here. Give me the Arizona State Sun Devils shocking the world. They're going to beat Texas in round 2.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to have a marching band from a local high school follow me. I'm going to walk around, and I say I was banging the table for the Sun Devils. Give me the pitchfork.
How can you pick a team that lost to Cincinnati this year?
Doesn't matter.
They beat Texas
six
State
in a row.
by 3.
6 in a row.
They barely beat Kansas State. Like they barely beat BYU, who's like not that good. I have no idea how you're picking Arizona State number 2.
Cam Scatabo,
Oh
baby.
my God! Cam Scatabo, barely lost to Cincinnati. I don't understand.
Down the throat, baby.
All right, I'll quickly rattle off mine. That number 10, SMU. I wrote down. I'll be honest. I don't even care. I think all these final 3 teams are absolutely dead. I think they're bad. I would much rather have seen Alabama, South Carolina, and Miami as my 10, 11, 12 than SMU, Arizona State, and
Give me
Clemson.
Jackson Dart.
I'd
Throw
rather
me the
see
Ole Miss
Ole Miss.
Running Rebels
I
in
would
there.
much rather see Ole Miss than SMU, Arizona State, and Clemson. I think they're going to have to tweak this college football playoff next season. I think all these teams are not good. Well, let's see SMU's schedule real quick here as well. I don't understand how any of these ACC teams.
Dude, again, SMU, the problem with SMU is they're going to the most hostile, and bar none, I believe Happy Valley is the hardest place to play in the country.
Have you seen the ticket prices for this game?
Oh, I can't imagine.
No.
1,000 plus?
$60.
No.
I'm starting to question if this is going to be the big bad
come
Happy
on.
Valley.
No
All the kids
way.
are going to be home from break. You want to know?
No
You want to
way.
know who lives in Penn State? Nobody. It's 2.5 hours removed from everything.
It is. That's
All
true.
right?
My
So-
mother's a Penn State grad. I put on a baseball visit there.
Everyone who's going to this has to make the decision. Do I want to travel 3 hours because
It's
I'm
the
from...
first round of the college football playoff. Come on.
They're gonna watch it. They're gonna code by the fire.
I will be shocked if that place is not packed
It's
to the
going to
brim.
be packed. It's going to be packed.
It's going to be, I believe it's, SMU will try. I don't know where there's about 15 hotels in Happy Valley. That's about it.
Right.
There's not nearly enough to.
And the old Nittany Inn, or it's going to be called something corny like that.
Normally
It's-
the train comes through around 4:30. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
be like my cousin Vinny. Listen, I know. I expect that to be the most raucous environment that Kevin Jennings and SMU have played in all year. He has a problem turning the football over. SMU does not take great care of the football. They've had double-digit turnovers each of the last, I want to say, 7 road games. That's the problem with SMU in Happy Valley.
SMU is being literally nobody this entire season. When I say literally nobody, I mean literally nobody. Their most impressive wins, 7-point win against Louisville and a 20-point win against Pittsburgh. That's it. Like, does beating Cal do anything for you? Does beating Boston College do anything for you?
No.
That's what SMU has done. And I get it. You can only play who's on your schedule, but blowing the championship game to Clemson, I think, is a cherry on top. I think Clemson stinks. All right, moving right along. I have Indiana ranked right ahead of SMU at number 9. Listen, I want to rank Indiana higher. Anna Shea, I love you. She's my sister. She goes to Indiana. You know, we're all fired up in the Saffron family.
Your sister goes to Indiana. You have him 9th.
Who have they beaten? You know, if I'm going to be consistent, I got to be consistent.
Have you Googled Kurt Signetti?
He just wins.
He wins, baby.
He just wins.
That's gonna be my most exciting thing. The Battle of the Hoosier State. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But it fires me up.
Me too.
It puts a cork in me, and I'm ready to go. Come on,
Connie, I'm picking
Hoosiers.
Indiana tomorrow. Okay. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But if I'm gonna power rank all these teams,
Yes.
I gotta call it how I see it. I gotta be consistent. Number 8, I'm going with Penn State. I cannot stand. First of all, I'm a Penn State hater.
Yes.
This phony hoorah, James Franklin. Look at what James Franklin has done in any big game in his entire coaching
he's
career.
wet the bed.
He blows it.
Yeah.
Penn State, their biggest resume builder. Everyone was talking, wow, Penn State put out the blueprint against Oregon. Did you people watch that game? They were losing by 2 possessions that entire game, scored 1 touchdown to dress up the score at the end to make it look a little better than it was. Their biggest, like I said, their biggest resume builder is losing a game by 2 possessions, and then you look hapless against Ohio State. You play in this big, bad, happy valley. You play against Ohio State, who you're ripping a new one. You scored 13 points.
That was not good.
1 touchdown? Come on now. I can't get behind Penn State.
Penn State is weapons, but I think Drew Aller, again, who is above 70% completion percentage. Listen, this is not your Penn State, your grandfather's Penn State team with Evan Royster and Saquon Barkley.
I've seen one Penn State quarterback. I've seen them all.
Throw it down. This isn't Matt McGloin. This isn't Sean Clifford. This is
that's
Drew
where
Aller.
you're wrong. This is Sean Clifford. That's exactly who this is. That's what my next point was. This is Sean Clifford just with a different branding to him. I am not at all going to buy into this. And you're right. They don't have Saquon Barkley. Give me a break with Penn State. Their defense is respectable, but I can't get behind Penn State. All right, this is where I think teams actually get real. This is where I believe you actually have a chance to start winning some big games. I did a deep dive last night, just like how you did on Arizona State.
Yes.
I love Boise State, man. I absolutely love Boise State. I have them at 7th. I want to put them higher, but I have them at 7th. People are not referencing this enough. They should have beat Oregon to start this season.
Yep.
Big bad Oregon, who I think is fantastic. Boise State led this entire game pretty much against Oregon. It took a 4th quarter comeback and a game-winning kick. I think this was week 1, first game of the season, I think, for Boise State it was, if I'm not mistaken.
It was still Oregon's 2nd, but okay.
But anyways, Oregon kicked a game-winning field goal as time expires.
Yep.
That is Boise State's lone loss on this entire season. They have trounced every opponent they've played. They beat a UNLV team who I think is actually pretty decent twice, which I think is a better resume builder than anything Indiana's done, anything SMU's done, better than Arizona State, Clemson, heck, better than anything Penn State has done from what I was able to see this season. Ashton Jeanty is the truth.
They got up for one big game.
Well, who's that?
Boise State. They got up and they lost.
Boise State, what do you mean?
They beat the Mountain West schedule that was put in front of them. Good job.
Right.
You only beat who was on your schedule. You didn't have a signature win, right? What's this? No, you didn't. You had an opportunity.
What's Indiana's signature win?
You had an opportunity. You played the Big Ten.
What's Indiana's signature win?
You played the Big Ten.
Oh, man, they beat Nebraska by 40. Oh, you beat Purdue by 60. Big whoop, man.
They
and I like Indiana.
The week in gruel that is the Big Ten schedule. Continue.
But Boise State, here's my final thing about Boise State. It's not like, there's a game against Wyoming that's an eyesore. I think they beat Wyoming by 7 points.
Yeah.
Other than that, they're crushing these teams, and they're doing it with a superstar player that I think look at his numbers against Oregon. Guy put up almost 200 yards against Oregon.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a merchant from the Big West schedule. I hear you. I think you're right. I'm not saying Boise State would be here if they played in the SEC, but I think Ashton Jeanty would. And that's going to be the real game changer. I'll rattle through these last 6 because, quite frankly, I'm more interested in Boise State.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Notre Dame. Northern Illinois loss was an eyesore. They beat up on Army and Navy, who I actually think are 2 impressive teams. Notre Dame does deserve to be here. They're a decent team. Not going to get too high. Not going to get too low. I will pick Indiana over Notre Dame, though.
Yeah, okay.
Number 5 is Tennessee. I can't figure out Tennessee too much, to be honest with you.
They are weird.
You got to give them respect for winning some big games in the SEC.
Yeah.
Also lost some head-scratching games Injuries at the quarterback position is why they didn't get a bye here. They're going to be number 5. Give me Texas at number 4. And now I'm going to eat a little crow because my whole haven't beat anybody argument would apply to Texas. The difference is they don't have one elite quarterback. They do have 2 elite quarterbacks on that roster. I got to give Texas flowers. If all of their losses against big teams could have easily been wins, I get it. It's a stupid logic. You think Texas deserves credit. They do play that SEC schedule and take care of business. Number 3 is Georgia. Oh, boy, that means Ohio State is either 2 or 1.
Oh, my God.
Georgia would be higher here. Who's going to play quarterback in this game? I don't know. As much crap as Carson Beck gets, I don't even know who this other guy is.
Awful. He's awful. And again, I think Gunnar Stockton is a plus for Georgia. Carson Beck is terrible. And again, I don't know how more people... Paul Feinbaum picked Georgia to win the entire thing. I don't know how...
It's a Kirby Smart pick.
Again, Kirby Smart's a hell of a head coach. Carson Beck is the worst quarterback in this college football playoff.
I'm trying to think.
I said it.
Is Kirby Smart?
I think Will Howard. You know what? No, I'll put him and Will Howard. You know, they should both double date the Cavender twins. That's what they should go do. They should go do that again. And listen, Carson Beck, hats off to you, buddy. Listen, you're beating me in life, but I'm telling you right now, there's not a chance in hell Carson Beck isn't looked at as a Georgia quarterback that let the Go Dogs nation down in a massive way.
Here's the deal, though.
This guy was projected to be the number 1 overall pick.
And I don't disagree, Connie. I don't disagree. But we are 2 or 3 football games away from being a 2-time national champion. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many interceptions you throw in the eyes of the Georgia fan base, in the eyes of the NFL scout it will. Yep. But if you're a Bulldogs fan, you throw a million interceptions. If you win 2...
Hardware matters. Yep.
Hardware matters? All right, and this is where you and I are going to definitely disagree. Ohio State number 2.
I cannot get over that.
Hear me out.
I won't even look at you. You can talk.
Losing to Michigan was a blessing in disguise for this Ohio State team. In fact, I think it might have been the best thing that could have happened to them. You now get a full extra week of preparation, a full week of getting bulletin board material being dragged through the mud. Everyone wants to see you fail. And now all you've done all season, aside from the Michigan game, take care of business. Your one loss is against this Oregon team that, well, quite frankly, nobody's beat this season. And you are a genius coaching job from Oregon away from at least having a shot, a snowball shot in hell from getting a field goal, a Hail Mary from winning that game. Ohio State is taking care of business. They've looked good doing it. They've powered through injuries all season. I think Will Howard is a good quarterback. Now, you're right. He's a head case, man. He's an absolute head case. But I love a head case. You can see head cases going the other way.
I'm a head case.
I'm a head case. That's what I mean. We're all head cases. And some days are bad. When the head case is on, I wouldn't want to face him. Now you get Ryan Day with everyone picking against him. You get an extra week off. Ohio State, man, I think they are live to win this whole damn thing. And obviously, number 1 is Oregon, who ultimately I think they are my pick to win this whole thing. I mean, plain and simple, Dylan Gabriel has been playing college since I was in college, Conlan. It's ridiculous how long he's been playing, but damn it, he's been fantastic.
Yeah, he's been really good.
I think it's kind of the Michael Penix formula there where you get this 23, 24-year-old quarterback who, after years and years of college football, he's damn good. And it's not like Dylan Gabriel came out of nowhere. He was doing this at UCF. He's been doing it for 4 or 5 years now. Yeah. So, look, give me Oregon. I know it's chalky, but there you go.
Yeah, I kind of take it there. So let's go down. Let's go game by game then. So we did our power rankings. Let's start Friday night. We'll go the Battle of Hoosier State. Like I said, if this doesn't jack you up, then you were never for the college football playoff.
By the way, 5 minutes. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Good producer work. 5 minutes until we're doing a holiday mega. Full five. Holiday mega giveaway. Don't go anywhere.
We got a giveaway going 5 live chat. Like I said, if you are not ready 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Big Secret Santa tomorrow, too. Don't forget.
Big girlfriend's birthday tomorrow. I am screwed this weekend. I know we did this on Monday.
I think we did, yes. So what is it? Do we have a plan in place? Do we have a TV somewhere like, oh, hey, I went to this nice restaurant. Did we scout the TV situation prior?
So plan in place is tomorrow will be like, maybe we'll go to like a bar, but I think it's just like a, let's get PDQ. Let me get you some takeout. We'll hang out.
Hold on. What the hell is PDQ?
PDQ?
No.
It's a Florida staple, man. It's like fantastic fried chicken. Like she loves it. We got it's like
no chance.
Spicy chicken sandwiches, French fries.
PDQ? You ever heard of PDQ?
Yeah, PDQ is good food. But like it's like a little precursor, and then Saturday is the full, her full day. But then here's the deal, though.
Oh, because probably shouldn't call her big girlfriend.
Remember? No.
Oh, come on! It's off to a bad start.
Remember those PDQ is elite.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be planted. It'll be like, oh, what do you want to do? You want to play? You want to play a little Yahtzee? You want to have a little wine? But the game will be on. The game will be on. Saturday is gonna be like, all right, we're gonna go to Dunedin. Gonna go to some breweries. These places better have TVs. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. You're getting a new line of bikinis. Hard Rock Sports Bet, you know what I mean? That's the absolute plan tomorrow. So you got too much football on, Connie.
I listen. It's part of your job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. She respects it.
She
but
does.
It's like,
she does. She's wonderful.
The holiday season, I dropped the ball, man. That's a whole different. I don't want to air my dirty laundry.
Yeah, let's keep it PG here. All right, so
PG. Where were you going?
I don't know. You said some. Never mind. Indiana Notre Dame.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Signetti goes to South Bend.
I'm eating my PDQ.
Yeah, that's all I'm thinking about right now is PDQ. Listen, this guy has been the darling of college football. First season at Indiana has brought the Hoosiers from, again, I won't say they're not still a basketball school. At the end of the day, Indiana is a basketball school, right? First and foremost.
Better coaches and football team by far.
Oh, absolutely. Mike Winston's sitting there like, the seats get a little warmer.
I don't like that. Yes, you're right.
But okay, but they've got a different sense. What does that stadium look like tomorrow? What does that stadium look like?
Man. I think it's going to be pretty rad.
Really?
Well, because think about it. Tickets are going for $1,000, right?
Oh, my gosh, really?
Like cheapest ticket or average ticket or something like that. Look, you got to respect these two institutions. You got the Mark Cubans of the world from Indiana.
The Cubes.
You got the Rudies of the world from Notre Dame, trying to make a fake story last in millions, which, he has. This is going to be a jam-packed game in South Bend. There's going to be a good amount of red. It's not that far. I think Indiana wins this one outright, Connie. Outright.
I got Indiana win this game by 4+. So give me Indiana, give me the Hoosiers. We'll go then to Saturday, where it kicks off at
1 minute. 1 minute for the giveaway.
1 minute remaining. Kicks off at high noon in Happy Valley. The SMU Mustangs, shades of Craig James, Eric Dickerson, the Pony Express, taking things north to Happy Valley. I got that Penn State by double digits here.
31-3. I'm saying
not
Penn
just
State.
a beatdown, a
and I hate
score.
Penn State. I hate
7
Penn
years
State.
ago, no Abe Lincoln.
Yeah. I think this is going to be an absolute beatdown. SMU, they're not used to these Beaver Stadium, these Happy Valley winters over there down in Texas. George W. Bush's oil money is only going to keep him so warm when his team's down. It's easy to see a tide turn. Yeah.
I do think this is a shock for Kevin Jennings in SMU. Like I said, I know you're saying, the kids are home from school. This will be
it's gonna be rough.
This will be rocking and rolling at noon when it kicks off. All right, we'll go down to Texas. Shout out BX the plug. Clemson goes to Texas. I think this is another one. I got I got Texas rather by 2 scores.
Yep, same deal there. Texas, 35-6. There we go. We're gonna keep it going.
All right, now hopefully by this point it's 8 p.m.
Jahir, I'm gonna have to take your word for it. All right, I hate Penn State. I want you to be right, but I think the Penn State Big Ten defense style against the SMU kind of like high-flying receivers over there. Gimmy's live, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Giveaway is live.
Hop on in there, free holiday mega. You know what? You can tell the kids, hey, Daddy didn't blow the bankroll this year because I got it from Suncoast Sports. All right,
dude, it's been awesome. Last couple of days we had Alan, who's I know is actually like a regular here in the chat and stuff like that. He said, "Gonna go in my son's stocking." I'm like, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's awesome. That's what we love to hear.
What's up, the Ghost of Z?
So now. As I'm reading this last one off, right, I'm trying to envision your day, right? Now, you're on a brewery tour, and at my advanced age, I know you're a few years younger than me, but at my advanced age, if I start a brewery tour at, say, noon, Connie needs a nap by about 4:30.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I need to, that's all I can do is by about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Oh, hey.
Good morning.
I am ready to turn it down and then maybe sneak out, not even go back out at night. I'm back in college. Back on the prowl at night. Not anymore. I'm nap and maybe some DoorDash. Maybe keep it calm, cool, and collected.
Wait, what's the late game? Oh, baby, the late game.
So that's what I was going to ask you. Tennessee, Ohio State. To me, it goes out of these 4 games. It goes Indiana, Notre Dame, and then it goes Tennessee, Ohio State.
100%.
As games that I'm going to be ready and riled up
What's
for.
the line on this game? I haven't checked this out
Good question.
Let me pull this up.
You pull it up and I'll break it down real quick for you.
What do we got here?
In a game like this, right, where Tennessee has to travel, to me, the better quarterback is where you need to have the advantage. And Nico Lamaleva is by far and away the better player at his position out of these two. Give me that. Like I said, I think Ryan Day's a dead man walking. I believe we touched on this on Monday. Ryan Day's only loophole, right, for not being canned at the end of this year is a national title, correct?
I don't agree necessarily.
No,
but
okay.
go ahead.
I think I talked to maybe
no,
Big Dog.
I mean, like,
this.
look, I don't think you're crazy for that. I just think people want that to be the case more than that is reality. I feel like he's had a pretty successful tenure, all in all, and I don't think it's out of the question that he can win the college national championship this season. If he gets bounced in this game, maybe. But like,
oh my God, if he gets bounced in this, I'll write his resignation
let's
letter
see.
for him.
Ohio State 7.5-point favorites. Dang, that's more than I thought.
That's crazy.
That's more than I thought.
Give me the orange. Give me the Tennessee Volunteer out right there. We had a quick question there from the real Justin Dams. We knew the Super Bowl was Justin Dams. You tune in and Talkin Slab for the next, I'd say, 2 months. We'll be doing that fairly regularly.
It's the Chiefs. And it's the Chiefs.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I will recuse. I will shave this beard and put it on the back of my head like a carrot top if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
You're saying that as if I said it was going to be the Chargers. Like, you do know the Chiefs have won 2 straight Super Bowls.
No.
Let's not get off the rails. What are we saying? Ohio State, Tennessee. You're going Tennessee outright. Is that what we're going with here?
Tennessee outright, yep.
Oh, my God. Give me a break. I might think Tennessee will cover, but Ohio State's going to win this game. Tennessee's been too inconsistent this season for me. You might be right about the quarterback thing, but I think all in all, Ohio State's a better team, better defense.
Stop it! Stop it!
You're betting with your heart. You're picking it with your heart, which I respect.
And my heart grew 3 times that day. Okay, listen, it did. This team is not good. Again, you talk about they taking care of business, right? They played a very so-so schedule. Their best win is what? Penn State on the road?
Who's that? Ohio State?
Yeah.
I'll have to pull it up. Ohio State, I feel like, has been lights out this season. I don't know, like, other than the Michigan game.
Is now a good time to say Temple should be a D3 program. So, I think it's always a good time to say Oz.
Who said that?
It goes to Voss.
Oh, my
goes
God.
To Z.
Hey, that's a college basketball blue blood right there. You watch it goes to Z.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. This Ohio State thing, though, just looking at this schedule for Ohio State, you're mistaken here. You're sorely mistaken.
Dude, if this is who I think it is, you know who I think this is now? And it's the Scooby-Doo in my head. So
okay.
Do you know who this is?
Who's this? Who is this?
I don't even want to say it out loud.
Oh, my God. Goes to Z. All right.
You can't read that?
Yeah, I can't read that. Well, I'll get with you afterwards. Nonetheless, Ohio State, man, they beat your beloved Indiana. So that you say is so good. They absolutely trounced Indiana. How come that means nothing?
Don't talk about Indiana.
All right, there you go. Nonetheless, Ghost of Z, good to see you. We'll figure this out later.
Z cards.
Oh, now we're talking.
Are you serious? This is not that hard to read. Ben, could you read this?
I thought it said 7. I was like, who's 7 cards?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good name.
7 cards.
7.
There we go. All right, Connie, who wins the college football playoff?
Oh, man. Yeah, dox him, pro. Who wins college football playoff? Oregon. Oregon wins college football playoff. But again, do they beat my Arizona State Sun Devils? I don't know. I tell you what.
They're going to play Texas, and they're going to get blown out, man. That's what's going to happen.
I tell you what. I'm gonna have a Cam Scatterbo jersey on the minute that I might wear that right now. Might win it. Make cash the no touchdown bet tonight, and then roll that money into a Cam Scatterbo jersey.
There you go. I like that. Cam Scatterbo, the next Toby Gerhardt.
And Palooza says Indiana was way overranked.
Indiana, you can't disagree. They beat everyone on their schedule. SMU wins 2 games in the college football playoff, and Clemson beats Texas. The large.
It's early. Is the bar open?
Book it.
What bar are you at? I'm having one.
The large. I will do a whole 10 minutes of clapping for the large.
No. We gotta. There's got to be more ultimatums on this set. I want people walking around here never knowing. All right, why is Josh having a onesie on today? He lost a bet. There's got to be more ultimatums in this business.
I like this. We got to hold. People need to be starting getting held accountable.
There's not enough accountability.
This is an accountability kind of show, the large. Yeah. Come on, Archie. Here's laughing at you. You're getting laughed at in the chat here, large. Hot take. Got to be different. I hear you. Connie's got to be different than everyone else. He's picking Arizona State number 2.
Matty Ice in the building. He's arrived.
Oh, and what better time better time with Matty Ice in the building? You know what that means? Clemson wins 2, but SMU emerge. Wait a second, before I move on. Large emerge. What is all this Clemson love all of a sudden? They have done nothing this season. They couldn't score a touchdown against Georgia to start the year. What is this? You saw Cade Klubnik come back against Pitt, and all of a sudden this is a generational team?
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson ain't walking through that door, and you know what? I don't even know if Deshaun Watson.
DJ Ungulay.
Oh, come on. I don't know about that.
Come on, that ain't right. Clemson on the year. Regular season 34-3 against Georgia. Let's see here. Here we go. 34-3 against Georgia. NC State win. App State, NC State, Florida State, nothing. Louisville lost. South Carolina lost. Yeah.
South Carolina, by the way, would have been way more entertaining than Clemson in the Scotch Bowl playoff. Dabo, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Oh my goodness. He's having a little bit of the sacrament this morning.
And the Large, I used to like Dabo, but you know what Dabo reminds me of? Tom Crean when he coached Indiana.
Oh, my goodness.
Tom Crean when he coached Indiana had this awesome 6-year run.
Dabo won a national title.
And Tom
Crean did not win a national title at Indiana.
But he had this group of guys with Victor Oladipo, with Cody Zeller, with Christian Watford, with Will Sheehy.
And they won nothing.
They won nothing,
But Dabo Swinney's won a national title.
Tom Crean.
That's an insult to Dabo Swinney.
But Dabo Swinney had his Deshaun Watson, he had Trevor Lawrence, and since then, in the transfer portal age,
you know who he's better?
He's had nothing.
He's better than he's Kevin Ollie. Kevin Ollie won a national title at UConn and then was abysmal afterwards.
But there you go. I think it's similar where you get these guys, where you get these you catch lightning in a bottle where you can recruit these good guys, and then the game evolves and you're not able to keep up. Deshaun Watson's not walking through that door. Trevor Lawrence ain't walking through that door. I think Dabo's a fine coach, but I'm not going to think Dabo can carry this Clemson team. The disgusted look on his face after the game winner against Kentucky.
Actually, that was the anniversary of that was like a couple days ago. I saw that all over Twitter.
Duke, right? Against...
no, it's Kentucky. Christian Watford bangs the jumper against Kentucky.
Man, that was the best.
Yeah.
That was one of the best of all time. But I mean, it's just to me one of these guys who we are giving.
Mayo goes to Z. There he is.
We are giving credit. It was about time. We are giving credit to a coach for what he did 5 years ago and throwing out what he's done for the last 3 years. That's kind of what I think the Dabo take to me.
Yeah.
All right, we got a bunch of people in the room. We know what today is. I just saw Matty Ice walk in through the door, Connie. So you know what that means? Triple Threads release day, baby. Have you checked out this Triple Threads checklist, my friend?
Oh, I have, and it is. Listen, I swipe right. I've taken the extra money on Hinge. I've thrown a compliment because it looks good. Like I said, the deck of autos, the cuts. I love products with cut autos. I don't know, it just something tickles me. It feels good.
Yeah, it does. It
feels good. It feels good. Speaking of Deshaun Watson, hey, come on now.
Family show.
It's 8:09 a.m. No, I love the cut auto list on this thing. The deck of autos, 100 different All-Star Game laundry tags. I mean, dude, like I said, we've been ripping draft, we've been ripping update, both fine products.
Right.
Always good to see the new girl walk into school the first day.
Oh, yeah.
And see what she's about. I'm very interested to see what Triple Threads has in store. I want to find a cut.
Oh, absolutely.
Should we make an ultimatum about a cut auto? I streak now. I'm just kidding.
Oh, hey-o. I'm calling it the card of the year, Connie. I think it's because,
I just want to say real quick, I'm sorry. The Large, appreciate the kind words. He's a good conversation, though, fellas. Enjoy this in the morning. Large, I enjoy you in the morning.
Thank you, Large. Make sure the polls like that one. Yeah, you see good old Marissa walking through, turning heads.
I remember
she's from Calabasas.
7th grade, I had the new girl sit next to me the first day. I forgot my gym deodorant after class. I was walking in like, whoa. Hey, nice to meet you.
Dude, for me, I remember it was 11th grade. This girl walked into band class. And I'm like, you don't belong here. I was I would have remembered you in band class. Hey, you're from Folsom, California, huh?
Do you need me to what you read?
All right.
That isn't right.
Come on now, Connie. Easy. But back to Triple Threads.
Yes, is that where this conversation is going?
Where we were talking about the Willie Mays Hank Aaron cut auto, man. That, to me, a dual cut auto with the home run king and some who are calling him the greatest of all time, Willie Mays.
Yeah.
Two guys who, listen, it's unfortunate. They're past. They're not signing any more autos here. This card, I did some research on it. You cannot find Willie Mays Hank Aaron cut autos. There's only been 3 installments, I want to say, in baseball card history. One in 2003, one in 2004, and one in 2012. Now, obviously, these guys are both passed. So having both of them on a one cut auto to me is absolutely bonkers. Now, I will say, we were talking, you said Topps Chrome.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Debut patch was crazy.
Yes.
So I think Triple Threads, got a little jealous. They're trying out their own, and you guys can let me know what you think of it. I think it's pretty cool. I could see some people being like, this is just a copy and it's not as cool.
Okay.
They got 50 logo mans this year, but 50 for rookies specifically.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like another debut chase almost, where you can get a Skeens MLB logo, an Ellie MLB logo, all that kind of stuff. And of course, bat knobs, nameplates, all that. By the way, I've never pulled the bat nameplate card. I feel like the bat nameplates don't get enough credit for being an insane relic.
Well, Suncoast Ashley has the bat nameplate from Top Sterling, the Shohei Ohtani and Kanji.
No
the
way.
1-1. Yes, she hit that last year when it came out. Damn. I pulled a couple. The one I pulled was Tony Gwynn's bat knob was sick. I pulled Albert Pujols' bat lumber patch last year. Favorite college team?
Oh, it's crazy. You're not going to believe this. We both had the same answer. Justin Adams. The Scarlet Knights.
Go are you, baby. Go are you.
Let us know what you got in the chat. Real
the best
Justin
freshman
Adams.
in America right there, Justin.
Unreal.
So, no, I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's a much shorter print run than years past. It used to be an 18-box case back 2022. That's significantly down to 10 this run. 2 packs, 7 cards a pack. You're getting auto in each pack. So it should be a lot of fun. Like I said, I know our 2 chairs, Big Dog, Rothschild, are over the moon about it.
Oh, my God, yes.
Far less cards to sleeve.
So I was looking at this checklist, right? Like, you can download the Excel, and then you can really start sorting and hunting in there.
Yep.
I'm very curious to see how some of these spots are priced. Now, I haven't seen other people. I don't know if anyone got, pre-releases and all that
Yeah,
crap.
there were some releases yesterday.
So the Atlanta Braves in this checklist, from what I counted, have 224 hits. Not 224 different cards, 224 hits in this product. The Yankee, part of that is just being a part of Deca Autos, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So counting that as well.
Right.
The Yankees have 204 total hits. So I know we like all the rookie chases, but for the Braves, obviously, they got one rookie. It's AJ Smith-Shawver.
Yeah.
The Braves are probably going to be a very expensive team. Just the sheer quantity and quality of the names, Smoltz, Glavomatics, all that stuff.
Right.
And of course, the Yankees with 204.
Buffalo versus Georgia. Who wins? In what sport?
I don't even know what he's talking about.
I don't know.
Adams.
Justin, you having one too? I'll come meet you, Justin.
Yeah,
don't pour one tall for me.
There you go. Let's look at these rookies here.
Okay.
Odd stuff. You want to start with the good or the bad?
No, we can start. Again, I don't think any of it's bad. I think it's just, again, it's a different pace of what you're chasing Skeens-wise, right?
Okay.
No dual autos for Paul Skeens. The biggest one is Ellie, right? And again, to me, I think I'm a big believer in Ellie De La Cruz, right?
Me too.
I do, again.
Coburn, Triple Threads, by the way, releases today. That's the product we're talking about.
Again, I'm a big believer in Ellie De La Cruz. You know who's going to be the manager of the Reds this year?
You know what? I don't.
Tito.
Really?
Terry Francona. I'm 99% sure Terry Francona is the manager.
No more David Bell?
I don't believe so.
The legendary Philly?
Terry Frank. I'm 99% sure.
I believe you. I might have just missed this. Yeah, you got it, Coburn. What's going on, BCH?
Yes.
Good morning.
Reds manager, Terry Francona. There you go.
Hang on. What happened to this giveaway here? Put a pin in it. 20 seconds on the giveaway?
Get on in there. 15, 14. Yes. So we'll get to that point. Well,
Ellie De La Cruz, what he's saying, has 28 hits, by the way, in this product. Reds should be massive. Going to be a big checklist. We're going to break down the rookies right after this giveaway as well. 3, 2, 1. Who's taking it down? A Topps Holiday Mega this morning. Come on, baby. Give us someone. Give us Chandi. Give me Chandi.
Chandi. I haven't seen Chandi this morning.
No, me neither, man.
I saw
Merchant! Yes! He was the first person in the chat this morning. Oh, baby. Let's go, Merchant. Congratulations, Merchant! You just won a Topps Holiday Mega. What are you gonna do next?
Bet Indiana. There we go.
There we go.
Congratulations, Jay Merchant.
Jahir, I think you're due to win tomorrow. You know, you've been pretty early in the chat so far. It's been the guys early in the chat that are taking it down. Congratulations, JN Merchant, always in the chat, always been rocking with us.
Yes, he has. He's always here. So
Holiday Mega. Merchant, is it you gonna rip it? You gonna gift it? You gonna give it to a loved one? Whatever you do. Choice is yours, but I'd love to know. Always makes me happy to...
So back to the Reds real quick.
Yeah, here we go.
I think Tito, again, one of the best baseball minds in the game, right? He's been unbelievable wherever he's gone. I think he helps Ellie a lot. I think he elevates Ellie's game to that next level. The biggest thing with Ellie is the strikeouts, right? The swing and miss rate is way too high to be considered an elite hitter. But when he's on base, Is there any bigger threat than and in the rest of the league than Ellie De La Cruz?
I couldn't tell. I mean, part of me wants to be a jackass and say Estuary Ruiz, but I'll disagree with you. I'll disagree with you and say it's Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah. I just don't think there's anybody that's more of a public nuisance for a pitcher, if you will, than Ellie De La Cruz.
Because he doesn't care. He'll just start leading off and take off before
the guy with that level of freak athletic ability can get away with doing those things, man. And I think the Reds are going to score a hell of a lot of runs. The Reds have a good roster. A lot of good young players.
It's sneaky.
Christian Encarnacion, Tran, Noelvi Marte, a guy that come back off a PED suspension this year. I looked at him to hit about 280, 285 and get 30-plus home runs. Again, the Reds are going to be sneaky. I had the Reds to win the NL Central.
Don't hate it.
I do. So, again, I like Ellie De La Cruz. I think this is the time I buy back in on Ellie.
Absolutely. I don't know why people would have bought back out, to be honest with you. If you're wondering, Ellie has 28 hits in this. He's a part of 17 multi-card autos. Moving down the line, we got Jackson Chourio. He's got 18 hits in this product. Half of those are being on multi-card autographs. Jackson Merrill, who I also think, why wouldn't we be
WB, good morning.
Who's in here? What's up, Dickerson? Appreciate you stopping on in. We got Jackson Merrill, 13 total hits, but 9 of those 13 hits are going to be on multi-autograph cards.
Right.
The interesting one here, I know you were wearing the hat today.
Yes.
Paul Skeens.
Yep.
6 total hits in this product, 4 of those being the relic memorabilia cards.
Yep.
Only 2 autographs from Paul Skeens, and I don't know if this is Paul Skeens' choice or if they're trying to make the autographs shorter print.
Are they trying to just, again, the biggest problem when you see with cards in where it hurts players' value is excess, right? You need the rarity. That's why you see the junk wax error, right? Is why it can never be repeated. That's why their serialized cards and stuff has come out, right? I think that's what they're doing here. I think, again, when you see him in Diamond Icons, when you see him in Luminaries, and you see him in definitive
higher end products.
I think that's where they're really going to press the gas again on Paul Skeens.
So now, with that being said, I noticed he's not on any multi-autograph cards.
Okay.
Like there's no fun like rookie aces or like hardest throwers. You know how they like to do sometimes.
Yeah.
He's got 2 autos. But do you think that is by design for any reason?
Yeah,
do you think he just didn't feel like it?
I think it's just from Topps and Topps' perspective in general. Like, hey, we can't make Skeens the be all and end all of every product, right? That's my thinking. Again, I have no information telling me that's the reasoning behind it, but you asked me a question, I gave you my honest opinion.
No, I understand.
And in court of law, that's what's going to hold up.
I gotcha. So now, last question on Triple Threads here. Teams, spots that might have jumped out to you. I gave you those crazy hits with the Braves and the Yankees. Other spots or teams that really jumped out to you that might not be common, I guess.
Well, I'm looking right now, and again, this is well done putting this together. Ohtani with the Angels.
Dude.
Ohtani having Angels cards is wild. Man.
16 different Ohtani Angels cards in this year's product. That's awesome. For an Angel spot that is already getting some Mike Trout bump, but now it's like, the 2-year hiatus.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't really get that. I'll be honest, I don't love it. I don't
really
love, because again, you're trying to hang on to something that's, again, Ohtani is a World Series winner this year with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah, 50-50 club.
The Angel run is gone, dead and gone.
Yeah.
The Angels not having any players is their own problem, right? You know what I mean? It can't be Topps trying to boost them up by throwing somebody again. That's like me posting a picture with my ex-girlfriend on Instagram and be like, hey, happy holidays. Yeah, exactly right.
No, like, even weirder. Weirder. It would be like Sunco Sports trying to make you seem cooler by posting, What?
Make me seem cooler.
Well, no, that's what you're saying. Not that Ohtani needs it, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, it's not like Ohtani or the Angels are like, hey, look at this. It's a third party getting involved now and being like, hey, remember when this guy played on the Angels? Come buy some Angel spots. Right. Mike Trout's on news, you know?
Yeah.
The other team that jumped out to me, and it's kind of like a no bleep, the Padres on this. Padres, of course, a huge spot, but a product like Triple Threads, they really honor the guys like Fernando Tatis. There's more emphasis on Tatis, Machado, and Jackson Merrill, who I just can't believe I'm saying this, underrated. Jackson Merrill, I think, is criminally underrated.
I still thought he should have won the National League Rookie of the Year. As Colton Cowsen, I say that as a Yankee fan. But like I said, I was not mad or upset that Paul Skeens won it. I think they're both very deserving. So I do love Jackson Merrill, one of my favorite young players in the game right now. And
he got the Tony Gwynn cut auto with that Padres spot, which I think is an absolutely amazing card.
I think you mentioned this at the top here about Willie Mays and Hank Aaron.
Dude, it's the coolest card I've seen this year, personally.
Both been passed on. I think Tony Gwynn is not talked about enough
I agree.
amongst the baseball like the
Especially
greats.
us youngins, you know what I mean?
Just,
Our guys
again,
who didn't get to really watch him.
You hear some of the stats about like Tony Gwynn, the amount of strikeouts he's had in his career. Like they're just mind-boggling. They really are.
That's my kind of player, to be honest. And don't get me wrong, chicks dig the long ball, and I do
yes,
too.
sir.
But my favorite players
Oh
these
my
days,
God! If there was more guys like Tony Gwynn, the league would be
Luis
such a better.
Arias and
Yes.
Stephen Kwan. I
Yes,
love watching
yeah.
those kind of players.
Yeah.
And so Tony Gwynn, glad we're giving him some shine here. Any other just sick cards you want to touch on before we move on to some sillier stuff?
I do like the again. I think Ronald Acuna Jr. obviously did not play last year, got hurt early. In for a huge bounce back. People don't
1,000%.
yeah, like again, it's always what have you done for me lately?
So
Love that card with him, Soto, and J Rod. Prince Fielder, always loved the Prince growing up.
Yeah.
And I think that the George Bobby Witt and Bo Jackson.
You don't see Prince Fielder in any product anymore, I feel like. Having Fielder, Yelich, and Choreo for the Brewers fans, which is a decent fan base,
Yeah.
that's got to be an absolute dream for Brewers fans. This card I just wanted to point out because it cracked me up. The Mariners in the hobby and in baseball history are like awesome. We all know that. Listen to this Mariners card. Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez, King Felix, Luis Castillo, Adrian Beltre, Ichiro, A-Rod, J-Rod, and there's one player on here that cracks me up. Kyle Seager.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
Like you got all these Mariners legends.
I thought it was gonna be like Brett Boone or something.
No, you got Kyle Seager on there with A-Rod, Ichiro, Felix, Griffey. Like, what are we doing,
I was
man?
like Jordan Wicks being on like the
Star Command
autos at
autographs,
a
the
Cosmic.
Cosmic Girl. I'm like,
Which one of these
my
is not
God.
like the other? Yeah.
You could. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head if there's anyone better. Like, I don't know. I'd rather feel like Big Dumper. I feel like Calvin Ollie would be better to put on the Mariners.
Robinson
spot.
Cano. That's a Mariner.
No. That's too far. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, there you go. All right, let's get a little silly, though. It's Triple Threads, guys. It's going to be in our store in just a little bit. Hang with us. We should be ripping it later in the day. Have you seen the story from the Charlotte Hornets, Connie? It's been going viral on Twitter these last
I don't
few
keep
days.
much up with the Charlotte Hornets, to be honest.
Me
Can't stand
neither.
LaMelo Ball. But.
Me neither. Ben, do you have that video by any chance on Twitter I sent you of the Charlotte Hornets? So we've all been to NBA games. In fact, if you haven't been to an NBA game, college games, heck, even high school games, there's always a little something, during halftime. Sometimes it's our favorite, Red Panda, throwing the plates up.
Love Red Panda.
Exactly. In between, it's shoot for your seat. I know the 76ers do that, where it's like, you shoot a half-court shot. If you hit it, you get free season tickets for the next year or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. So this is what the Charlotte Hornets did, Ben. You just go ahead and play it here. And audio is not really important. Basically, what's happening here, it's, one lucky contestant gets brought onto the floor. Buzz the mascot, gonna play Santa Claus. And what are you gonna get this season? Oh, boy, we're gonna give you a mystery box. And they pull out the box. And, what do we have in here? Kid gets a PlayStation 5 as they pull out. Oh,
Ooh,
my
wow.
goodness. It's a PlayStation 5.
The crowd erupts.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, Merry Christmas to you, kid. He gets a PlayStation 5, and it ends there. Very insignificant, right? Seems like a very typical, very normal halftime show.
Well, the Charlotte Hornets showing up for PS5s, though. I might have to go to some Hornets games.
Well, that's where it gets tricky here, Conlan.
Oh, boy.
The second the camera's cut, they go, hey, kid, give us back that PS5.
No.
The kid has to give back the PlayStation 5 back to the Charlotte Hornets. They hand him a LaMelo Ball jersey instead.
Not a chance.
And he walks to his seat. I have so many questions. Six have been caught for this, right?
Yeah.
Like, the Quinn City News, Alexi Phillips spoke to the fan's uncle who took the boy to Monday's game. Phillips said a Hornet staffer approached them early in the game, asked if they'd want to participate. They told him this is just a skit. Like, you're not going to get to keep it. This kid he's like, he doesn't know what's going on. He just handed the PS5, and he's like, hell yeah, I got a PS5. They confiscate it from him. They lose to the Sixers. Go Sixers. And basically, the uncle, I think, gets in contact with the journalist and is like, yo, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
They just gave my nephew a PS5 and took it away. The Hornets have said they're going to right their wrongs, right? They're going to give him the PS5. But
I don't understand, again, in the beginning, this whole thing could have been, again, you get selected, right? You're not guaranteed when you walk into a stadium
Right.
to be chosen to get a gift or whatever. That's fine. But this whole thing could have been avoided by just being LaMelo Ball jersey, just being the present.
right. My point, that was my next question. what were they gaining?
Yeah.
By doing this?
Yeah.
Like, it would be one thing if it was, like, funny, where, like, they had him open it up there.
It was like, oh, wrong gift.
And then it was, like, a jersey inside, and it was like, oh, you got pranked. Like, even that would still be mean, but at least there is some comedic element to it.
Jair says, F them kids.
Oh, come on. But, like, at least it would have been funny or something like that.
That's bizarre.
I don't even understand what the end goal was by doing this, you know? Or they gift a kid a card who clearly can't drive, then pull out or like, give them a car. Yeah. Like that's a good point, Craig. Like, it just didn't make any sense. It's like, you're like a great gift, and then just be like, nah.
Yeah.
You know, it just made no sense to me. That blew my mind.
Yeah. There's no amount of LaMelo Ball. I don't give that LaMelo Ball jersey was signed. I'm taking the PS5. No
exactly.
chance.
All right, another funny, crazy thing I saw yesterday. You know, Connie and I, total degenerates here.
Yes.
By the way, you're welcome, everyone. Gave out 2 winners yesterday, UNLV football and Vermont basketball.
Wow.
Hope you all tailed. But how about a major loser yesterday? The loser of the year, potentially, Doug Gottlieb. For those who don't know, Doug Gottlieb, I believe he's at Fox Sports, Sirius XM radio show.
That sounds great.
Hosts a national radio show. Good at his job in that point. Gets a head coaching job at University of Green Bay College basketball. He's their head coach.
Yep.
They have not been doing too well this season. Yesterday, it went from bad to worse. Green Bay loses to a Division II school, Michigan Tech. By the way, Green Bay, for those who don't know, they've been a decent program for the last 5 years. Like, I know they're in the Horizon League. How decent can be? They've been a winning program. They are 2-11. They lose to Michigan Tech. And last week, before this, Doug Gottlieb went on a press conference rant about how it's not worth his time to play inferior opponents, calling them he says, what's the point? It's 2 degrees out, it's snowing, and now we got to go play Nobody You. I just don't understand what my program can learn from that. Next year, I got to schedule up better.
Yeah.
They are now 2-11.
Didn't beat Nobody You.
They lost to Nobody You.
Yep.
And it gets even better because for those who missed it, Adam Schefter and Doug Gottlieb got into a spout on Twitter this past week. Gottlieb calls out Schefter for some shoddy reporting. He says, Jesus, Shefty, edit what agents tell you. 0% chance Sacramento State has $50 million in NIL. To which Adam Schefter responded, he owns him. I'll save you the clip notes. Basically owns them and says, no, you're wrong. Sacramento State has raised $50 million and responds, Jesus, Doug, a 7-game losing streak and last place in the Horizon League? Less time on social media and more time in the gym, and attached a screenshot of the Green Bay record.
Jeez.
This is
Shefty goes scorched earth.
This is a bad week for Doug. Mike, you didn't know this? Yeah, Doug Gottlieb coaches Green Bay.
Coach of Green Bay, yeah.
And he
still does his radio show.
Yep, and then yesterday he did not show up for the radio show.
He did not. That's even worse. That is talking about compounding problems. You got to go out and own it and be like, hand up. If you're supposedly a leader of men, right? That's the most cowardly thing to do, is not show up and not answer the bell when it's not easy to do, right?
He claims it was a scheduled absence. It was scheduled.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
There you go. That was just for those of you who, have lives and stuff like that, who aren't paying attention to some insane storylines in the college basketball world.
He was the human version of dry toast as a radio guy.
Oh, my goodness. Had to share that.
Yeah.
All right, Connie, going to share my top 5 cards of triple threads, and then we're going to get to ripping. How's that sound to you?
Yeah, let's get to ripping, maybe.
Let's do it. Number 5 for me, it's the Phillies triple relic here. It's this would have been number 1 if it was autos, but it's a triple relic. Bryce Harper, Mike Schmidt, and Chase Utley. You putting those 3 guys on one card for me is always going to make my mouth water. This would have been number 1 if it was an auto.
Yep.
Number 4, you mentioned it earlier, the Royals card. Just 3 electric players, 3 badasses of the game, if you will. George Brett, Bobby Witt Jr., and Bo Nose Jackson. A triple auto with 3 of just electricity personified right there.
Yep.
Number 3, the Youth Movement Deca auto right here.
Deca, dude, those things are so sweet.
I didn't want to I could have loaded this up with 5 Deca autos, but I didn't want to do that. So this was my favorite for the Youth Movement. Jackson Holiday, Mason Wynn, Jordan Lawler, Evan Carter, Jason Dominguez, Ellie De La Cruz, Jackson Chorio, Jackson Merrill, Junior Caminero, and Wyatt Langford Deca auto.
Yep.
Only reason it wasn't higher is I'm nervous about some of these guys, It's always tough with a Deca auto is that you could get 6 of those guys being studs and 4 of them being like, why'd they put those guys on the card? You know what I mean?
Kevin Knox on NBA Prism.
Exactly. Number 2, the Jackson Chorio MLB logo patch. Now, I'm curious to see the market for these things as they're ripped.
Right.
But if this is anywhere close to how the debut patches are respected, I think Jackson Chorio, he's my favorite of all the rookies that I would invest in.
Right.
That's why I'm going to go Jackson Chorio too.
Right.
What were you? It sounded like you were going to say something there.
Yeah, I don't think they'll have nearly the same market as the debut because logo mans are a frequent flyer in other products. Like
Right.
Definitive is a major logo man chase product, so I don't think they'll be the first ones we see of some of these rookies. So maybe that. I think that's a quick flip for me.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a quick flip guy.
I hear you. A guy like Chorio, though, I would never want to be a quick flip. And of course, number one, though, the dual cut auto.
Dude,
Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. That thing's just nasty.
We've lost so many great baseball. Just again, Fernando Valenzuela, Pete Rose.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, Hank, Willie Mays. I know Hank was a year or two ago now, but
Right.
again, it's been just a sad state for baseball. And again, it's just as these guys pass on, I don't think enough people today. Baseball's changed so significantly in the way that success is measured and how it's taught that like these guys who played the game in a different style, if you will, kind of get lost in the shuffle of things.
Yeah.
Right. And again, I encourage if anybody's watching with kids or I know a lot of father sons rip together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kind of impressing upon your son or daughter, whoever, of how great those guys were because it really is. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So we make fun of sometimes when you're ripping slowly, it's like, what are you, grandpa over here?
Yeah.
Oh, in 1984, he slugged 650. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I'm not
hey,
saying you got to go back to the 1910s, but again, like those guys that played in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, like they were just next level, man.
Let's go to Z asking. Fan question. Opinions on Parker and Allen getting into the Hall. Who are we talking about here? Dick Allen? Who's Parker?
Yeah, who are we talking
Dave
about?
Parker? I'll be honest, Ghost, if that's who you're talking about.
Z-Cards, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think he's talking about Dick Allen with the Phillies.
Okay.
Ghost to Z, hand up, man. Don't know a ton about him. Before my time, to your point, Ghost to Z. I'm not going to sit here and do another hour on
Exactly.
Dave Parker over here.
Yeah.
I can talk to Tony Gwynn, but that's where we'll draw the line. All right. Ghost to Z, let me know. Please, I'm curious to know if that is who you were talking about and what your take is that. But we're going to wrap right there, ladies and gentlemen. We go 7:15 in the morning to 8:30 roughly every single weekday, Monday through Friday. We will be back tomorrow looking to give away another Topps Holiday Mega for you folks. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah if I don't see you until then. Triple Threads release day. Matty Ice has got a little Bowman in the store. We're going to be getting Triple Threads very shortly. But guys, appreciate you for joining us. Happy Friday Eve. Connie, any final words?
Oh, no final thoughts. Again, I can't wait to be back. I think I'm on Slab next Monday, I want to say. Roaring and ready to go. Big college football recap show.
Big trap show as well.
I cannot wait. So appreciate everybody waking up with us this morning, hopping in and hanging out with us here. Live from Tampa, Florida. It is Suncoast Sports on Fanatics Live. We'll kick it over to Matty Ice. Was it Krager?
Yeah, there
Rock
you go.
and roll, ready to go. Ready to rip, baby.
All right, go to Z. Go Birds, baby.
Thursday.
We'll catch you soon right here on Suncoast Sports.